So again, like I was saying, we're gonna start reviewing the semester test tomorrow, the practice guide. You're gonna get a physical copy in your hand. You'll know exactly what your semester test will look like. Semester test for us will be the Tuesday after we're back from winter break. So we're gonna start reviewing tomorrow, and then do it Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So that'll get us through the majority of all the problems that are on the practice guide, and then semester test will be the Tuesday when we're back. I think we're back on a Monday, but we'll just use that as like a mini review day to go over anything that you might have forgot. It happens. And then be ready for the test on Tuesday. So grades for you guys will be updated today. James locked up on me last night, so I couldn't update anything, but it'll be updated tonight, so you can kind of see if there's anything missing that you haven't submitted to me yet on Google Classroom. I think there's a couple missing assignments from people that haven't submitted some stuff for me on the classroom itself, so make sure you're always checking that out. You go back and see, oh yeah, I didn't turn in this assignment, you can go submit it to me. Everything's on the classroom since like the beginning of November, so you should know where everything's at. So, but yeah, so make sure that's getting submitted. There's Miss Brown right there.
That's
Yes.
not Mr. Ward.
Hey.
Yeah, I missed you.
Miss you too. All right. So we're gonna go through a couple notes and then just a single problem to make sure you kind of know what you're doing today for the homework. We have homework due tonight. That's the meter reading. And then you have a Google question of the day today, which is a meter reading problem. So you get a little more practice on it.
Didn't we do?
You might have already done it. Maybe you've already submitted it. It was due tonight. So. I think
We
a lot
got
of
it
you-
yesterday?
Yeah, that was one, yeah, so, I think a lot of you were already on the last question, I think, so you didn't have to worry about it, so. Today you have one Google question of the day, it's not a homework assignment, it's just a question, I want you to see if you can get some practice at it. You'll need a calculator for it to do some calculations, so it's pretty straightforward. But remember, semester test will be the Tuesday after we're back from winter break. Grades for you guys will be updated tonight, this afternoon, I'll have a little bit of time to do it. James, locked up in me last night, so I couldn't update anything, so. I was having problems over break, so, or I consider it a break for me, but over when I was in quarantine. So, all right, but yeah, let's get going here, and we'll start reviewing the semester test tomorrow, the practice guide, so you know exactly what it will look like. You'll get a physical copy in your hand tomorrow. So, and we'll do that for the next 5 days, and then you can watch all the videos and just kind of go back over break and watch those over and over and over and over every day and rack up my viewing count. All right, so yeah, let's take a look at some of these numbers here. All right, so I'm just gonna do a 4 dial. I think most of the problems you guys have are always 5 dials. This marker is terrible. Come on, marker. It's a brand new marker. It's just not ready yet. All right. So we're gonna do a 4 system here. So let's do the numbers here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And let's have the arrow face right here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's have the arrow phase there. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll have the arrow phase here. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll have the arrow face there. Okay, so this is our first meter. We're gonna do a little meter reading here. This will be the first one, and then we're gonna do a second one. This will be like, maybe this is like October, right? This is October's meter. And then we're gonna do a November here. So the month right after it, the meter reading comes back. So we're just doing a 4 dial here, a mechanical 4 dial. And again, how these work is that, you know, this dial turns this way, this dial turns the other way, because they're connected by gearings and then inside there's actual gear. So you can't like rewind it, and so because it strips out the gears. So let's do the numbers again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's say my chart is there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And let's say this thing is here. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And let's say that baby is here. And 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I'm going to have that thing drawn there. Okay. So here's my 2 meters. This is October's, this is November's meter. And we're gonna read off the numbers. So, can I get a volunteer on the top one? What is this first number right here?
1,578.
So say it.
1,578.
8. perfect, all right. You guys read those off right. So it's whatever number you went past, not what you're going to, okay? Or if you're directly on a number. So you guys read those perfect. You're going past 1, so we're on 1 for sure. We went past 5, but we haven't made it to 6 yet. We're really close. We made it past 7, not to 8 yet, and we went past 8, but we haven't made it to 9. So really nicely done. So yeah, so there's the first one. That's October's like usage. November's usage. What do we have?
2807.
2807. Nice. 2807. All right. So again, you're absolutely right. It's whatever number I'm hitting or I went past. So this is the tricky one, right? I went past 0, but I haven't made it to 1 yet. So that was good. Good reading on that. And then 7. All right. So now we see what my total usage is, right? We have November's, we have October's. To figure out the consumption, you have to subtract these two to figure out the difference between them, to know exactly how many units of, maybe this is gas, electricity, or water, whatever it is. You have to subtract these numbers. Now, what you also need to know is the cost of consumption. What is the cost per unit? So let's say the cost per unit on this particular case is 17 cents per unit. Maybe this is water. Say this is my water bill. Okay, so it's 17 cents. So what we need to do is subtract these numbers so we can see what we have here. So I'm gonna subtract my numbers. So I'm taking November's usage, that's 2807. I'm subtracting October's 1578. I used a total of 1,000. So I used my total units I used when I subtracted those. I used 1,229 units when I subtracted October and November. Then all I have to do is multiply them, right? So take the 1,229 and I'm going to multiply by 17 cents. So my water bill that month, and you probably should check out your water mains because I think you broke one, was $208. Again, how many, this is probably more likely an electricity bill, if that's something that high, maybe gas. All right, but yeah, I used 1,000 units, and it was 17 cents a unit, so it was pretty expensive, $208. So, yeah, this can be the shocker when you're like moving into a new apartment or whatnot. When you get that first bill from the electric company or gas or water, and you're like, whoa! I remember moving into my apartment in Clear Lake, and the first bill we got for the electricity was astronomical. Because we don't do a bad job of turning on the lights and whatnot, but we figured out it was the old refrigerator they had and the washer and dryer in the basement were like shot. Like my electric bill that month was $350 or something like that, and I was like, we can't even that was more than the rent we were paying at the time. So we're like, we're gonna need to fix something here. So we talked to landlords and got some of the utilities replaced, and it dramatically changed the price of our electricity bill. It dropped by about a third, paid about $100 in electricity. So it was really bad, and you can tell things are going out. You can hear that they're running wrong, and they're old. You just need to replace them. So, but yeah, so it's kind of a shocker. We had to pay it, and we had to there's no way of getting around that. But all right, is there any questions with consumption? Okay, this is what you're doing. This is the homework that's due tonight. I think some of you already have it done. Get it submitted on Google Classroom. I think you had all problem you had to do with this. A lot of the questions from yesterday's homework was just 1 meter. Read it off, right? The last one was tough, and I think I put it on the marker board yesterday. Sorry, that was the one I was worried about. I couldn't fix it. There was no way around it. There was one problem in your assignment where there was two. There was like a Model A and a Model B. You had to tell me the meter for both. You didn't have to find any consumption on that one. Just tell me the meters because they're two different. There was a 4-dial and a 5-dial. And then the last one was the consumption. This is your Google question of the day. It's not this one specifically, but this is what you're going to have to do. Does that make sense? Okay, you can go answer that. That's all we have today. So I said I was going to keep it nice and short today. I think I only have you for the next like 10 minutes or so.